Great pleasure I present, ladies and gentlemen, Harold Johnson. Harold Johnson.
There's the former light heavyweight champion of the world.
That is the man. Still looks in pretty good shape.
A great fighter, a great boxer. Really did not get the kind of publicity that he deserved.
Never.
He was a workman.
Here is the main event for the North American Boxing Federation's lightweight championship. First, the challenger. He is in the blue trunks with a dark blue stripe at 175 pounds from Vineland, New Jersey, Ritchie Kates. And in this corner, at 175 pounds, red trunks, white stripes, from South Philadelphia, the North American lightweight champ, Matt Franklin. Your referee, Charlie Segrillo. This will be 12 rounds.
This is scheduled to go 12 rounds. Now we'll go up to the ring where they're telling the fighters what they're supposed to do and what they're not supposed to do. I still think it's going to be Franklin. There's just something about a fighter such as Kates who comes in saying that I'm going to make him fight my kind of fight, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. That kind of braggadocio, that kind of bravado tends to portend an overconfidence on the part of the fighter very often.
Well, there's a lot of bad blood between the two managers. They've had some harsh words to say about each other's fighters.
They don't belong to the same Cousins Club, I can tell you that.
Nick Belfiore, the manager of Kates, Franklin, said Kates doesn't have the guts that Franklin has. He says his fighter will take more punches than anyone in the division. Okay. Charlie Segrillo is the referee in this fight. We've seen Charlie before.
A few seconds have passed, and I think we're going to see a good one here.
Good right hand by Franklin. She lands the first solid punch. Left and a right. Kates is a good counter puncher.
I know you were discussing the records before and who has fought who. It seems to me, Pete, that the winner of this fight has to get past Galindez and Parlo to really be a claimed world champion.
Good left hand by Kates. Kates is going in, boring in on Franklin. Good left jab by Kates. Gets another left, and Kates is a heady fighter. Good left by Kates.
Excellent left, getting away.
He really caught him with that. You can see the experience of Kates.
Now listen, Pete, don't go selling Franklin short.
Franklin can punch. He's had fewer fights, of course, than Kates. Franklin with 23 fights, 18 wins, 3 losses, 2 draws, 11 knockouts. Kates has fought 36 times, winning 33, losing 3, and he's had 18 knockouts. So he's knocked out his opponent in half his bouts.
Well, I think we have to take into consideration that those 3 losses, 2 of them were to Galindez.
Some good punching in this round by both fighters.
Charlie Segrillo is all right.
Wild left by Franklin. Tries to stick the right and doesn't get
a lot of reaching with that right.
That's a warning by Segrillo as he tells Franklin not to grab the back of the head of Kates. Right hand uppercut misses by Kates. Exchange of jabs.
They're both looking very good right now.
Looking good, Saad.
At least I got a vote of confidence from the audience on that.
Left hook by Franklin. Bounced off the head of Kates. The forehead. There's the end of round one. Good first round. They felt each other out.
Nothing wrong with that.
They both connected with some punches. I think there's going to be a great fight.
I have to agree. And Franklin is another one of our standees. Getting over to Kates, there's so many titles floating around. Kates KO'd Jimmy Dupree in April '74 and claimed the WBA North American title. When he came back and he fought Galindez, he did so the first time after a 6-month layoff. He did so the second time after a 10-month layoff. So I don't know what kind of credibility you put into his 2 losses to Galindez. Neither time was he adequately prepared. And I question how high did he get himself for this fight? I know he went very badly to beat Franklin.
The attendance tonight, 6,586.
Get him out of there, Rick.
And at times they all seem to be sitting behind us.
At least the loudest ones. Round 2. Kates gets the jab in twice. Kates is going at Franklin. Franklin seems content to get 1 punch in and then back off. No one has connected with a punch here yet in round 2. Harmless exchange there.
Franklin's handlers are the same people that just led Archie Andrews to a victory.
This is obviously the biggest fight of Franklin's career, and Kates has to win. His manager, Joe Granby, told me this is a vital fight. He cannot afford to lose. Otherwise, it'll be a tremendously uphill battle for another title shot.
This has always been a classification that never did well financially, Pete. The light heavyweights, which is one of the reasons Leon Spinks stepped up from light heavyweight after winning the medal in Montreal to heavyweight to get to the championship fight next week.
Just over a minute gone in round 2 of the scheduled 12-round North American Boxing Federation light heavyweight championship fight. Ritchie Kates in the blue trunks and Matt Franklin in the red trunks. In case you have a black and white set, Franklin's trunks are the darker trunks. Kates are powder blue with the dark blue stripe. Two good left hands by Franklin.
Oh, he pushed him down.
And
that was a push. That was not a knockdown.
And the referee, Charlie Cirillo, says that was a push.
He caught him with 1 good punch, but with the other hand, he pushed him down. It was not a knockdown.
Not a knockdown.
Charlie Cirillo, absolutely right. I hope Franklin doesn't charge in thinking it was a knockdown.
He hit him now. He has him up against the ropes. I can't tell. Kates' back is to us. Kates looks very alert. I don't think he was hurt at all.
Franklin tried to line him up a few times with that right hand and missed 3 or 4 times in a row. That one caught him. Franklin is connecting on some, but they don't have the force you may think they have.
Kates gets a right hand in.
Kates was hurt. Now he's hurt.
He's going to go down, it looks. Oh, tries to connect with the right of his own. Now his legs appear a little stronger.
Franklin only has about 15 seconds. Kates will walk away from this round. You can see on your TV how he's just hitting him at will. Kates just passing and taking it. That's the end of the round. 2 punches exchanged. Oh, my.
Kates did not hear the bell.
No, I think he did. I think that Franklin landed one after the bell, and Kates just went back and said, here's mine for you. Nothing, no harm done.
Let's take a review of this action.
Solid right.
And a left.
You can see a lot of those are glancing blows off Kates' forehead. But the fact of the matter is that Franklin is able to line him up there off the top of the head. They're not doing the kind of harm one might think. The important point, obviously, is that he's able to take aim at him. Off the shoulders, off the heads. That one off the head.
You got him! Don't tell me you shut it out!
Round 3. Ritchie Kates.
Kates has to reassert himself.
Obviously lost round 2.
Yeah.
It was very hard to determine when he slipped whether or not he was hurt. Now, I looked in his eye, and he appeared very alert.
I think so.
But then Franklin did score. He could have hurt himself a little bit slipping. But,
when he fell down, he hit his head on the ropes, and people may think that, well, they're just ropes. Those are tautly pulled ropes, and they can hurt when you hit them.
Good right hand by Kates.
Kates has to now change the tempo of the fight. Obviously, it went Franklin's way in the last round. Now Kates has to establish himself.
Kates appears to be moving a little slower than he did in the last round.
Well, it's a question of slower as tired or slower as cautious.
We'll see. Kates misses with the left and almost slips.
He missed and left his arms down. Franklin took advantage of it, stepped right in.
Right hand by Franklin. It was a short right. And it wasn't as sharp as it could have been.
Franklin using that jab very well and coming across with the right. Good planning and good strategy.
Franklin misses Kates with some body punches countering.
Every time he reaches that right over Kates' left arm, he opens up his entire stomach.
Kates tries to get the left in off the shoulder of Franklin. Good body punches by Kates. Franklin tries to get a left to the body as they clinch right in front of us. Charlie Cirillo breaks them.
Franklin with a solid punch to the head. Kates taunting him now.
Right.
We're back on the showboat.
Franklin tried to move in with the left hand. No love lost between these two now.
And neither fighter is going to admit that the other hurt him, that's for sure. When they're hurt, it'll have to be for real.
Both have good knockout punches. Kates is not known as a puncher, but 18 of his 33 decisions are by knockout.
Yes!
That's always open to some skepticism until we see the list.
11 of the 18 wins by Franklin have been by knockout. Good head. Right hand by Franklin. Another right. He's getting that right in. Good
That's what we
Kates.
marked before. That was the bell. The round is over. No one heard the bell. They fought for a good 5 seconds.
We didn't hear it. We did not hear the bell.
Right.
Let's take a look at that right hand which Franklin hit Kates with. So far, I think
it's Franklin.
Franklin. The first round was pretty even. The second round, obviously, Franklin. And this round, partially Franklin.
Here's one of the few times in the fight that Kates has landed well. Right back.
Round 4 of the scheduled 12-round North American Boxing Federation Light Heavyweight Championship. Matthew Franklin in the red, the darker trunks. Kates in the light blue trunks.
Ritchie Kates has still let Franklin set the pace of his fight.
Flurry there does not do much damage as they clinch in the middle of the ring, and they're broken up by referee Charlie Cirillo. Kates to the body.
Kates has been told to go out and start punching. He's got to change the pattern.
Good right hand by Kates.
Good right hand.
They're mad at each other now. I don't know what Cirillo stepped in there for. Perhaps.
Low blow. He thought Franklin was a little low.
Another good right hand. Kates gets in. Kates has been told that he can get over that left hand of
Well, he keeps reaching to try and do it. He certainly does.
Now he goes to the body and then comes up high. I think Kates' corner spotted something in the first 3 rounds, and Ritchie looks much stronger in this round than he has in the previous 2. Of course, he was hurt in the second, and I think last round he just tried to cruise and get through it, get a little rest. He's rejuvenated.
I think your analysis is absolutely right.
Going for that right hand.
He's doing what you have said, what the corner has told him, but he's reaching over wildly. The move is right. It's not happening.
Very good combination there.
And there he caught it.
A left and a right. Left to the body. It's amazing how Kates has just turned it around.
The same momentum takes place in a fight as does on a basketball court, in a football field. The momentum changes.
2 minutes to go in round 4. A good left by Kates. Good body punching by Kates. Kates is scoring heavily in this round. Thoroughly in command. Rocks him with a left hook. Kates rocked Franklin with the left.
Kates is coming in high with his punches, which is where he belongs.
2
not
jabs.
To the body.
Still like to put him away with the right. His manager, Joe Granby, told me Kates' best punch is the left hook. It's just amazing how the fight can turn around in 1 round.
It's as you said, they find something. It's Kates is reaching over Franklin's arms right now.
Oh, he hit him with the right hand. He's down. Franklin is down from a right hand. And he's bleeding from the nose. He's up. He's staggering.
There's only 3 or 4 seconds to go.
Saved by the bell. He was saved by the bell.
He walked right into a right hand. He doesn't know where he is. I can't believe they stopped the fight. The fight has not been stopped.
They did not stop it.
Kates handlers were holding him up.
Kates thought he won.
Here comes that punch now. We'll see it again. Here it comes. Franklin just walked right into it. Boom! There it is. Flush on the nose.
A right hand right on the nose.
They are working feverishly in Franklin's corner, trying to get him back together. Charlie Cirillo just came over to Franklin's corner to say clearly, I did not stop it. It's the next round.
This will be round 5.
Franklin is being told, just jab and stay away this round. And they're absolutely right.
Here we go. Ritchie Kates smells victory, goes to the body.
Franklin must backpedal for a round. Give up the round.
Left jab. He's against the ropes now. Left.
The corner is no place for him to be. That's a tired-looking man.
Right, left.
The crowd on its feet, sensing that there can be a knockdown.
Kates is working the body. Kates is scoring.
Franklin just isn't backing away. He has to get off the ropes.
Uppercut by Kates rocks Franklin's head. Franklin hasn't thrown a punch.
At this stage, he can't afford to exchange punches with him. He has to backpedal and run around the ring.
He stuck one in there. Kates stuck another right into the face of Franklin. Left. Over at Kates' end of the ring.
Franklin really protecting his head with those gloves. Franklin needs his own good punch now. Something to change it his way a little bit.
He did hit Kates with the right. Another right. Kates is pierced.
He caught Kates 3, 4 times. Kates just wrestled him to the ropes.
What a fight. What a fight. 1:32 left to go in round 5. This is an even fight. Both men have been on the canvas, though Kates went down via a slip. with the right. An uppercut.
Franklin's getting his share of good head blows. Now Kates also. Kates inviting him out to the center of the ring to fight.
Kates is hurt. He
Franklin
stumbled.
landed a good right hand.
Left hand.
Another leg. Another leg.
Now Kates is against the ropes. We have 40 seconds left to go in round 5. They're tied up. Charlie Cirillo goes to break them. 30 seconds left in the round. Franklin has gotten up off the canvas before to win fights. He did it against Marvin Johnson to win this North American Boxing Federation crown.
Both missed with little wild punches there. Oh! Franklin caught him. There's only 10 seconds left in the round. 10 seconds left.
Kates is getting up.
Both.
That's it. That's
Both
the bell.
fighters saved.
That's the bell.
The round is over. Nobody hears the bell. The round is over. 2 rounds in succession and both fighters saved by the bell.
This is amazing. There it is. There's the right hand by Franklin, and it knocks down Kates.
I wouldn't say the fans are in a frenzy, but they're climbing up our back to get to Franklin to tell him, go, go. Whew. You wanted excitement? You've got excitement.
Great fight. There you see Kates. Round 6. Left jab by Franklin. Right hand by Franklin, and Kates comes back with the right hand. What's the cliche? Heavy leather being thrown here. Kates trying to get his legs back now. Franklin misses with an overhand right. Kates is staying away.
In both those rounds, in the excitement, I know that I said, you know, both fighters have been saved by the bell. As you indicated earlier, you can't get saved by the bell in Pennsylvania. The count continues.
They were saved in the sense.
Yeah, what I said that was for those viewers who are more familiar with the rules.
Oh, here he goes. He's down now. He's gone down. Franklin is really pummeling Kates, but he hasn't fallen yet. But he almost comes through the ropes. Kates, right in front of us. Gone in the first round, in the 6th round. Franklin trying to measure Kates now. Oh,
he measured him. Oh my goodness, did he measure him?
That's it. That's it.
Fight is over.
Franklin has won. Franklin has won by a TKO at 135 of the 6th round as Matt Franklin hit him with the right hand, and he retains his North American Boxing Federation Light Heavyweight Championship. Matthew Franklin coming up on the canvas. He was down in round 4. Then he knocked the opponent, Ritchie Kates, down in round 5, and here in round 6, he puts him away at 135 on a technical knockout.
I'll tell you what, hell of a fight.
Now we go to Mickey Charles with Matt Franklin.
Man, we got a lot of people. We're trying to get to Matt. Everyone is so excited up here.
Kates is a good fighter, man. He's the best fighter, experienced fighter I ever fought, man. Can't take nothing from Kates. He's good, man.
Matt, he hurt you there.
He did. I got determination, and I got guts. I had law on my side. And, I want to thank Nick Belfiore, Frank Gell, Mo Gell, Jimmy Hayes, and all my...
Matt, let me ask you something. I know you're tired, but doesn't it have to be now Parlov and Galindez before someone
throws the champ? I want Galindez, and I got to have Galindez next, or either make Parlov. He's a good fighter.
Matt, has anybody from your camp talked to Galindez? Is there anything in the works?
Pardon me?
Has anybody from your camp talked to Galindez? Is there any possibility right now?
Yes, I think so. I would like to fight May Pauloff to win the world champion.
Matt, congratulations. Absolutely brilliant.
The winner, and still the North American light heavyweight champ, Matt Franklin! Matt Franklin! Matt, they want you.
Hugh Gannon is with me now, and Hugh, what guts, what heart. Franklin came up off the canvas after being knocked down and almost out by Kates.
Well, I like Pete, especially the fact that he went against the ropes, decided to fend off. You guys were saying how the fight has turned around, and it looks like Kates is really fighting a cagey fight, and all of a sudden, Matt Franklin ripped off a quick left, and I saw Kates sort of shudder, and I didn't think he could have enough strength to find it, and it was just a sensational hook, and that turned the fight around. Here it comes again, Pete, and it's just absolutely incredible. I mean, you could feel it. I was back in the studio, and you could feel the electricity. See if it's an uppercut. There's a quick right, a right again, and a left. There was a snapping left there. Another good left, and Kates obviously is out. Back of the head and dancing around. Hard against the ropes. And Charlie Scrillo allowed this to continue, but and a couple of seconds after that, called it quits. We will see it again on the replay. That was the first portion where he went down, and then the ultimate TKO at 135, I believe, of the sixth round. Absolutely incredible comeback by Matt Franklin. Petey?
Here we come with the knockout punch now. Well, the punch that ended the fight.
That's snapping right. That was it.
Look at him walk halfway. He stumbles halfway across the ring. And
Matt Franklin raises his hands, and
Charlie Cirillo stops it in a good decision, because
that was the best Groucho Marx I've ever seen. Impromptu. Unfortunately for Ritchie Kates, who we have to admit, a world-class fighter, and it's obvious now that in that category is Matt Franklin, who positively now, Pete, is the people's choice here in Philadelphia.
Matt can punch, he can take a punch, and his manager, Joe Granby, or rather his manager, Nick Belfiore, told me that one thing about Matt Franklin, you can knock him down, but he's going to come back, and he's done it twice now for this title. First, he did it against Marvin Johnson, who also is a very strong light heavyweight, a left-hander, and now against Ritchie Kates, who twice has fought for the world title. And Kates came very close the first time to beating Victor Galindez. And Matt Franklin is the brightest fighter in Philadelphia right now, and a young man at 23. His record is 19-3-2 with 12 knockouts. And I would say that he could put a lot of people in the spectrum for a major fight, I would say.
Well, I think the jury was out, especially those fight fans that really weren't sure of the ability of Matthew Franklin, but he positively proved it here today against Ritchie Kates, a guy coming into tonight's fight with a record of 33-3, and fought. You want to get in, Hunt? That's right. Go ahead. That's better. Victor Galindez, and lost twice to him. So as it turns out, Matt Franklin certainly in world-class stature right now, Pete.
Let's take a look again at that right hand that put away Ritchie Kates. Watch him do the Groucho Marx now. No laughing matter, really.
Right. Lord, no. That was it. That right hand. What a snapper. And there he goes. Looking for the cigar now. And that was, as you may have heard behind us, that right hand was terrible. Indeed it was. I don't know how. We might have lost Mickey Charles up in the ring. He's bigger than those light heavyweights.
Once again, the winner by a technical knockout at 135 of the sixth round, retaining the North American Boxing Federation Light Heavyweight Championship, Matthew Franklin.